So I've been going back and forth with something for a while. Everyone talks about Tesla having a wide moat, autonomous driving, the data advantage, the whole thing, and I kept hearing the same claim about Uber that's just a taxi app with no real moat at all. So I decided to actually text both claims properly. Same method, same rigor on both companies. And the answer genuinely surprised me. One of them held up, one of them didn't. I'm Jonathan, this is the venture analyst, let's get into it. So here's the actual question I asked, and it matters that it's narrow. Not, is this a good company? Everyone already has an opinion on that. The real question is the competitive positioning defended by something real, today, or by a story about what might happen later? A real mode means competitors are actively trying to take share right now and failing. A story mode means someday, if execution goes perfectly, this becomes defensible. These are very different things to be paying for. Let's start with Tesla. The pitch is, and it's generally a good pitch, is that more miles driven builds better self-driving data, which means better autonomy, which means more usage, which means even more data. That's a real network effect mechanism, in theory. The question isn't where a mechanism could work someday, the question is simpler. Is it actually happening right now? So I went and checked. Tesla's entire robo-taxi fleet in Texas is around 42 vehicles. Waymo has 577 registered in that same state. And Waymo is already delivering 500,000 paid rides a week across 10 cities. That's not even close. And it's not autonomy. Build Your Dreams outsold Tesla globally in 2025 to become the world's largest EV maker. And it happened again in the most recent quarter. Build Your Dreams ahead again. Build Your Dreams actually has outregistered Tesla in Europe every single month this year. A moat you're still trying to build isn't a moat, it's a plan. And then the actual Q2 numbers came in while I was doing some research, and they made the case worse, not better. Operating margin collapsed from 4.1% to just 1.4%. Free cash flow went negative, over $1 billion negative. Operating expenses jumped 47%, and quietly in the same quarter, management said that they're no longer targeting volume production this year for the Cybercab, the Semi, or the Megapack 3. These are three separate products pulled back on the same quarter. That's not a rounding error, that's a real retreat. Now Uber. 50 million people pay for Uber One, and that membership drives half of all gross booking across the entire platform, rides, and delivery combined. Here's the difference that actually matters. This isn't a plan for the future. This is already showing up in the numbers right now, this quarter. That's the entire distinction between a real moat and a story moat in one comparison. And here's what's actually wild. You're not paying a premium for any of this. Trailing PE is around 70 times. Non-GAAP earnings grew 44% year over year. Trailing free cash flow, actual real cash, is at $9.76 billion. And the stock was sitting close to its 52-week low when I looked at it, with a consensus analyst target implying something like a 50% upside from here. This is a real demonstrating network effect and a genuinely reasonable price. And one more thing worth knowing, because it tells you a lot about how each company is actually thinking about risk. Tesla's autonomous vehicle bet is proprietary, in-house, all Tesla, which means Tesla's actually win the self-driving race outright for that bet to pay off. Uber's approach is completely different. They're partnered with Lucid, Rivian, Nuro, NVIDIA, Zoox, Beidou, basically betting on the platform layer instead of just any single technology. Uber doesn't need to win the AV race. It just needs to stay the layer sitting on top. No matter who does win. So here's where I land. Tesla's mode is real, someday. Today, the actual evidence says that it still has a plan. And the most recent quarter moved in the wrong direction while I was checking. Uber's mode is real right now. 50 million members, half of all bookings, $9.76 billion of actual cash, at 70 times earnings. But honestly, the real lesson here isn't that Uber's good. It's that Tesla's bad. It's the wide mode that is a claim you're supposed to test, not a compliment you hand out just because the company's famous. Go check out the actual evidence before you believe either story, mine included. Full breakdown on both names are up at the Venture Analyst, links below, free trials running, and I'll see you in the next one.